We were going to try to do this outside, but we're having like a windstorm. Kathy literally just got pelted with a bunch of gaskets that blew off the wall.
Ouch.
Yeah, so we came in here, we shut the door. Uh, Hello, everybody. It's April 1st.
Uh-huh.
We did our April Fool's video a day early.
We did.
That's
For the Australians.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Well,
the people down under.
everybody else is on the barbarian calendar. We're a day ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah.
All right.
So we're getting ready to run off, getting ready to put the car up on a trailer and go meet Andy. He's on his way west from North Carolina, and we're supposed to meet up at about 4 o'clock. There is no reception at the track. The track is like literally, it's
Yeah.
well, it's in the middle of like,
It's a mountain.
right, it's mountains and stuff like that. So we won't be able to do any lives from there.
Mm-hmm.
So we figure, well, let's just do a live from here now.
Yeah. So nobody cares about this live, though. They want to
Really?
see the race, yeah.
Well, I mean,
You mean what?
it's the best we could do at the moment. At the moment.
You trying to race? Let's
Look,
go.
here's one of the gaskets you got. Well, you got hit by head gaskets.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah,
kinda.
I got like a dozen head
got
gaskets
whipped.
hanging off the pegboard over there, and this gust just came blowing through. We had crazy storms last night. There were actually some really bad ones down in like Columbia, that area. But
was up very late watching the weather.
yeah, we were both very late watching the weather. So, but
But
what were we?
do you think you'll break anything?
I don't know. So let's recap. Let's recap everything leading up to today. So this is going back to February of last year. Andy and I both
Andy
had.
is on.
Andy's on?
He's saying stopped for a bathroom break and I catch this. See y'all soon.
There you go.
What's up, Andy? We're
Uh,
not friends right now, Andy.
What's that?
We're not friends
No,
with Andy right
we
now.
hate Andy. so, so here's what happened. Here's what happened. I'm gonna bring you up to speed on this whole thing. Okay. So back in February of last year, Andy's truck Casper was apart, and Bottle Rocket was apart. And I says, you know what would be good? Let's match race, right? Let's have a grudge race between us. I says, we'll put our things together. We'll go to a track, take them off the trailer, and just send it. No test passes, no nothing. Just whatever it is that we show up with is what we're gonna run. And Andy was like, great, let's do this thing. Well, no, right. Andy says, yes, I'd like to do that, but I think we should make it interesting. So he wanted to go for $1,000. And I was like, okay, Andy, if you want to go for 1,000 and make it interesting, I say, let's make it real interesting. Let's go for $5,000. And Andy agreed to that. So that's how the bet came about for this $5,000. So the original date that we were supposed to race, oh wait, let me go back to this. At the time we made the bet, Andy's truck was completely apart. The motor was completely apart. It hadn't been on a dyno. Hadn't even been thought to be on a dyno yet. It was really in pieces. And I had some options, right? So I says, you know what? I'm going to build an engine specifically to go race Andy with. By the spirit of the game, it's going to be a 318. It's going to be a stock stroke, stock bore 318. But I'm going to build this thing as absolutely loose and like just a pin, a grenade that we're going to pull the pin and send it. So that's what we did, and that's the motor that's in Bottle Rocket now. There's another motor right there for it. There's actually a couple of them, but that's the one we put together specifically to race Andy with. In fact, we even wrote Ghostbuster on the side of the block. So the date that we were supposed to race came and went. Andy ran into some trouble sourcing, just not only sourcing parts, but there was a deal with the fabricator. The guy was going to fabricate his headers. And so it took way, way longer than it was supposed to. And I was the first one to violate the spirit of the agreement. So what happened was I went and I tested the car.
Where?
At Buffalo Valley.
That was only one run.
I know.
And it wasn't even a whole run.
It doesn't matter. I still violated the spirit. So I was the first one to violate the spirit of the agreement, because this was supposed to be, we put them together we bring them to the track, we take them off the trailer and run them. But it was taking a little bit longer. I really wanted to at least put one pass on the car just to see what it was going to do, just to make sure that it was all going to.
Which
So
is 0.
0 is going in. So in October, we last minute we ran it out to the track, made that one run that we showed, and he says, "Okay, that's it. We'll park it." Fair is fair. Now, obviously, there's no limit to how much Mexico time you can have, but neither of these things have any traction in Mexico, unless actually prep a surface and all. So those didn't really count. So then Andy went and he ran this last, I don't know, about a month ago. His tracks were open, our tracks were closed around here. And he ran good and he ran bad, right in the middle. So it should be fairly evenly matched. Should be. We'll see what happens.
When should we be there?
What's that?
We'll be there what time around, you think?
The gates don't open until 4.
Yeah, tonight. So
Yeah, we have
there's no
about
video yet.
we have about an
Reset
hour or
hasn't
so before we actually have to put the car in the trailer and go.
Steve B says, I'm pulling for you, Tony, so we'll see.
I'm pulling for me too. So here's the advantage. Okay, so here's the tail of the tape.
You shouldn't talk about the advantages. Shh.
Well,
He's listening. Shh. He's our enemy right now.
but maybe I'm going to say things to get inside his head.
Okay, you can
Ever
do
think of that? So here's the tail of the tape. Casper weighs like 4,200 pounds or thereabouts. And Andy's no flyweight either. It has a 700 horsepower, proven on a dyno, Boss 429 hybrid, the mixed up Boss. So you can go to Andy's channel and you can see the whole build-up and the dyno sessions, everything they did with this engine. It's really beautiful.
We'll post everything. Says good luck tonight.
Thank you. So he's got a 700 horsepower mixed up Boss in a very heavy truck with no real test and tune time, so it doesn't really have any consistency built into it. Bottle Rocket hits the scale at 2,900 pounds. I'm 2,900. I am 195 pounds right now. So what is that? Just a click under 4,100 pounds. 3,100 pounds. Horsepower is unknown. I have no idea. It hasn't been on a dyno or anything like that. I'm going to guesstimate it's probably about 300 horsepower NA, and then we're spraying a bunch at it. I built the motor loose. I mean loose. I didn't cover any of it because if I had covered it, people would have been like, "You can't do that. That won't work." And so I just kept it to
They do
myself.
that anyway.
I just kept it to myself, and I built it. It's all
We love you guys.
It's all 273 internals. It's got 273 crank. You got 273 rods. The everything is loose. It is literally as loose an engine as you can build and still have it function. How loose is it? How loose is this engine? With 30 weight in it, I had about 15 pounds of oil pressure cold. And I was like, that's too much. So I dropped that out, and it's got 5 weight now in it. It's got 5 weight in it. And cold, the oil pressure gauge just barely creeps off to 0. And you
People
know
think
the
that
motor's
that's
run.
wrong.
Was that?
People think that that's wrong.
I know they think it's wrong, but remember, I built a bullet to go against. I built this thing that was going to have as little parasitic drag as possible, as easy to spin, as easy to rotate as possible, while staying within the spirit of the thing that we were going to build. So now I got it to where, I put 5 weight synthetic in it, and now I know the engine is warm because at idle, the oil pressure gauge just sits flat on the marker.
That's what you
Now,
want.
when it revs like a chainsaw. I mean, it's whack, like right up, and obviously it comes up with RPM. So it's like a 5,800, 6,000 RPM motor. I have 45 pounds of pressure. Anything above 3,000 RPM. So I'm just trying to give you an idea how loose I built this thing.
We have to answer Joe Jackson.
Yes, Joe.
Says, I hope this isn't an April Fool's joke and you guys really are racing with it.
No, we did our April Fool's video yesterday.
Yeah.
That we put that out yesterday.
Because we had this going on today.
No, this is real. This is real. So, yeah, questions?
Questions. Challenge Tony's Supermind.
Yes.
Is Casper on pump gas?
Casper's on a liquid.
On a liquid.
No idea.
Woody Wood says, as long as the oil pressure gauge moves, it's good.
I was shooting for the 7 pounds per 1,000 RPM. It's like a 6,000 RPM motor. So I was shooting for something in the mid 40s, and we got that. So it's no worry about it. Now I have flogged this thing, but not on nitrous. I've literally emptied an entire bottle just doing this, right? Just doing this.
Ron is here.
What's going on, Ron?
Not much.
There he is. Mr. Ron is working on his mini bike. So, what was I saying?
They want to know any video of race to show later.
Yes, yeah.
Tonight?
No, it'll be up tomorrow.
I can
By the time
only
we
so
get
much.
home and we eat and do everything else, no, it'll be tomorrow before we put a video up. That's why I wanted to do a live now, just so that
Yeah.
we'd have something.
Let's see.
And like I said, there's
Iceman.
zero reception. We've tried to do lives from the track.
Yeah,
There
there's
was
no reception.
zero
there.
reception.
I can't even get phone reception. What are the main hearing bearing clearances? I guess he means. He says main hearing clearances.
Bearing clearance
Bearing
is
clearance.
huge. Just huge.
They're big.
You could take the rods and just go like this. Tuck, 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 tuck. Like,
That's not how you build things, Tony.
when,
What's wrong
when,
with you?
when you're trying to take on a 700 horsepower Boss 429 and you only have a little 318 to work with, you eliminate as much parasitic loss and drag as possible. So everything in the motor is just loose.
So what track is this? You're not going to tell anybody what track.
No, I'm not going to tell you which
Yeah.
track it is because we don't want to be, we
Yeah.
just want to go do our thing.
Wishing you both a safe and fun race, Joe Jackson says.
Yeah, well, it's definitely, we're already having fun. Yeah, just the anticipation is enough.
Bruce Lee sent $10. I think that's the name.
Thank you.
I can't see it. For some reason, it gets cut off on the iPad. So I see Bruce L.E.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Well, thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
But yeah, the bottle rocket is in the spirit of a bottle rocket. It's about.
Will this race be live? No, there's
No.
no Wi-Fi.
No, the phone reception is horrible
Are
at
you
the
gonna
track and
have
there's
a
no Wi-Fi.
camera in the car? I can't find my
Probably.
rig for the GoPro, but I found a cheap one. But I don't know if it's gonna stick. I've lost some of my equipment.
So,
Wait, you have a $2
oh,
super chat.
thank you.
Nick R says, "Hey Tony, can you tell my fiance Sabrina hi?"
Sabrina, how are you doing, my love? I hope everything is just awesome.
Remind me how you plan to trigger the nitro. Brett McIntyre says.
I have I made up a bracket with a brake. I guess the wind died down. We could probably go outside. And
Not really. The wind did not
Yeah,
die down.
It's very windy here today.
It's crazy.
That's
had
what we had
tornadoes
planned
last
on doing
night.
this outside, but originally I had the button mounted momentary contact switch mounted on the shifter. And he says, no, I have to think to do that. So I says, I found that the car wants to launch on the bottle, right? So just on the hit right there. I played around it and played around with it, and that's what she wants, so that's what she's going to get. So I used a brake light switch. I made a bracket and mounted a brake light switch so that when the throttle is closed, the switch is depressed. As soon as you open the throttle, it closes the circuit and go. And then there's an on-off switch on the dashboard.
Okay. Let's see. No excuses. Let's go. What excuses? We don't have any excuses. We're going. What time's the race? They're asking what time? Probably
Oh, the track doesn't even go
Yeah,
hot until
tonight.
6. Yeah, we got
tonight. We
So-
have the time.
advantages and disadvantages. We have the advantage because we're dealing with significantly less power. Okay, we have the advantage
He's
in
listening, our enemy Andy.
I hate Andy. We have the advantage on. Remember the term of the race was off the trailer, no practice hits, just pull and pin a line and go. Right. We have that advantage in that respect because we have less power than he does. He has a much trickier setup to make work. So we have that advantage. His main advantage, aside from the fact that it's a stout truck, is that I can't save a light. I can't cut a light to save my life. I just can't do it. It's not in me. I'm not wired to cut lights. Andy is very good on the tree. So I have to do whatever I can to just not go red, because that's generally what I do. I foul red. If I don't red light, my reaction time, you could actually literally clock my reaction time with the erosion of rocks.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm just saying that's.
This is how you psych Andy out? Because I remember that's what you said. You're going to try.
I'll psych him out in different ways. I'm going to use.
Head by telling him that you can't cut a light.
Well, I really can't. I mean, that's the truth.
Oh my goodness! Stop telling the truth. All right, Kinsley's Taste X Miracle sent you $1.99.
Thank you.
Can you explain valve overlap? That chop sound.
Not in this video. We've done videos on search LSA or lobe separation angle on our or understanding camshafts on our channel, because we've done I mean probably a dozen videos that cover that whole thing.
Let's see. Okay. Doug Norton says, I'm a big fan of both UTG and Unity. However, Bottle Rocket for the win.
We got the underdog status for sure.
Thank you. Let's see. UT, if I had to guess, how much power would you say Bottle Rocket is making now?
I couldn't guess. I really couldn't guess at it. I don't know.
Joe Gallo says, don't red light. You should green light, Tony.
Yeah.
You should do the light right between the yellow and the green, when they're both on at the same exact time.
You know that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if this truck has an LED. I should have noticed. I should have checked this when we were there last week. If it has an LED system, that doesn't work.
Oh.
Because the bulbs don't flicker on and off the way they did. Now they just go pick,
Oh,
on,
well,
just
that's some
instant on,
BS.
instant off. So you lose that.
Do you have to do that in front of the camera? But like, not that it really matters
yeah.
anymore. I've just given up.
Yeah.
You've broken me down. Leave on the bottom yellow, Tony. Leave on the bottom yellow.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all the concepts. I've done this before.
Have you drag raced?
I might have drag raced a time or two.
Okay.
I'm familiar with all the concepts. I'm just telling you, I'm not naturally good at. I'm just not there.
Let him smoke. I'm not stopping him from smoking. He's not supposed to roll on camera.
Not supposed to roll
because
cigarettes on a camera.
Then YouTube restricts your live to 18 and up. So that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of moving the camera. I've given up moving the camera. Trust me, I'm not coming down on Tony. Let's see. Tony, that 430 gear will hold you back. Just Mopar Joe says.
The 430 gear? I don't think so, man. I don't. It's a really light car. I don't think so. The 430 gear is going to put that motor right where it wants to be.
Okay, so when does the psyching Andy out part start?
It's all done. It's all done subconsciously. It's hand motions that I make
Okay.
that his subconscious will see and interpret. And what does he have to say? Anything there?
No, he's not on. He was just taking a bathroom break before.
Okay.
I'm sure he's listening though.
Yes.
Our enemy, Andy.
I hate Andy.
Let's see. One run off the trailer.
One run off the trailer, winner take all.
Yes, it's 8th mile.
Yes.
Make sure you pack your glasses so you can cut that light.
It's not a matter of glasses. I'm just telling you, I'm being honest with you guys. I've never been
Can
able
you
to cut a light.
Say something positive.
What do you mean?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. 3,500 pounds according to the net on Bottle Rocket. 3080 on Andy.
No. Bottle
How much does Bottle Rocket weigh?
Rocket weighs on the money 2,904 pounds. I've pulled 40 pounds. That's with the battery, and that's with 2 gallons of gas in the cell. It's 2,904 pounds.
Don't they know Bottle Rocket's been on a diet?
A lot of people haven't been paying attention
I
to any
can't
of
see
this
you
stuff.
on camera, Ron.
Do you
You're
want me
over
on
there.
camera?
You can be on camera.
Here's Ron.
Hi, everybody.
Scoot over.
Lana's doing mini bike surgery.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, I'm Anthony.
Hey,
Let's see.
I
So
thought
think
this
it's
was possibly a good tailpipe section.
what's it made out of?
It's steel. It's just EMT.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, look, it looks like galvanized from here.
It is, but
Well, galvanized, I'm not going to be able to weld it.
we just ground it real good.
you think it's gonna hold together?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Yeah. Okay. You should sneak a couple of gallons of nitro in the tank before the race.
It doesn't work. Nitro doesn't work like that. It wouldn't work in this situation.
Let's see. Hang on. How's the Restomod lawnmower project going?
Good. I've ordered a bunch of Chip Foose parts for it.
Nice.
We're gonna foose it up.
It's gonna have a full billet deck.
Yeah. Full billet with the tribal
Ski
tribal
says,
things in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Ski says nitropropane would work.
Yeah, nitropropane would work, but not nitromethane.
You've got that, right?
Nitropropane?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even know where to get it.
You wouldn't.
Nitropropane.
Well, there's nitropropane, nitroethane, nitromethane, of course,
Yeah.
nitrobutane. There's all sorts of different.
Now I know why they asked that question though, because it seems like I've heard it said that especially like for big dyno numbers, people will run a air filter that's got a little nitro soaked in it, and they'll get
Old
10
wives' tale.
horsepower or something. Do you think it's BS?
That's all bullshit.
Okay.
Koi Boy BC says play mind games with him and be the last to stage, then deep stage.
I have my
I'm sure Tony
strategy.
has a strategy.
I have my
right?
strategy.
He does. He's just not going to talk about it, right?
No, we can't give
Right.
can't give it away.
No. Let's see. They're talking to each other. UT, just to avoid the danger to manifold screen so you don't blow the welds on the intake. What? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've run it through like that. I'm telling you, I've literally put an entire bottle of freaking nitrous just hitting it, right?
Pop, pop, pop.
And it has never once backfired. Of course, it would be my luck that it'll do it tonight.
Jay Ski says, spray the filter with nitrous, not nitro. Seen that trick before.
Yeah, nitrous will do it, not nitro.
Wow, it is windy.
I know it's very windy.
It's crazy windy here. That's why we're not doing this outside. Remember to double clutch like you should.
It's automatic now. It's automatic now.
Lot of Fast and Furious references today.
Oh, see, I never saw it.
That's the blow the welds on the manifold, double
okay.
clutch.
Okay.
Chango 68 says you can do this, UTG.
I'm gonna try like hell.
I mean,
See.
those test hits you did in the parking lot last night. I mean, it sounded strong.
Well, that was not spraying.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like it was real strong. So you add, however,
Well, I
200
only-
horsepower or whatever.
I only
that,
did
and
the
it's
one.
like-
I only did the one when I was coming back this way. Everything
Yeah.
else was just park throttle and just playing with the shifter and everything. But I only did the one coming back this way, and all it did was spin the tires.
It still like seemed strong
It does seem strong, yes. It
Are
gets a
we-
lot stronger when you spray it.
when you have. Well, I'm sure traction. Yeah.
Dizzy Izzy wants to know if you use the 273 pistons he gave you, please.
No, it's a 318.
Let's see. Tony, don't need no stinking trans brake.
It's got drum brakes. You don't need a trans brake.
Let's see. Also windy and cold in southwest Michigan. It's crazy here today.
Yeah, well, last night there's a couple of areas to the south and west of us that got hit really, really hard. We
Yeah.
got lucky.
They got tornadoes. We stayed up last night to watch because we were under tornado watch and tornado warnings.
Yeah, but it's windy as hell today.
No, no tornadoes today. Last night,
Last night.
because they only come at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Right. So we're all like freaking tired. I gave up when it said we're under a watch till 7 a.m. I was like, screw it. I'm going
Right.
to sleep.
Come and get me.
Right.
Come and get
Whatever
me.
happens. Let's see.
Ugh.
Let's see. Make it a nitrogen lawnmower? Stage it deep, Steve Pastor says.
Mm-mm. If I stage it deep, I definitely go red.
Tony knows what to do. Tony's
Yeah.
done this before. He has a
I've-
plan. He's not
I
telling
work
anybody.
within my handicaps.
Mm-hmm. Am I cross-eyed or am I seeing two Uncle Tonys?
That's an incredible
You
simulation.
can just cousin Ron. You just
Yeah,
call me Cousin
we
Ron.
couldn't afford proper CGI duplicate Uncle Tony, so we have
A
Ron
stand-in.
standing in.
Let's see. AI Tony. Tornado hit 10 miles from you in southern Illinois.
Yeah,
I saw
you guys
Indiana was really bad last night too.
got. Yeah,
Arkansas. I mean, it's just kind of everywhere.
it was a giant line. It went
Uh-huh.
all the way from like the Gulf all the way diagonally across to
Canada.
Canada.
Is Bottle Rocket's torque converter set up right?
Yes.
Because we don't want you using that as an excuse.
No, it's not. I have never, in all the time I'm doing YouTube, I have never once made an excuse. I give explanations. This is why this didn't work. You know what I'm saying? I don't do excuses. If I was at the point where I would do excuses, I would just hide my mistakes. You'd never see them.
Right?
I
You
go
never
ahead.
see them.
Right. People forget. It's like anything that ends up on YouTube that you see,
There's a disconnect.
we put it there.
Right.
We put it there. I love the people like, I caught him doing this. Like, sir. We literally watch every single frame before it goes on.
Right.
Sometimes like a blooper, like that time I was honing the block.
Yeah.
And
right.
then-
Yeah, we missed that.
I missed that. But no, when it comes to like bigger things, if we don't want you to see it, we don't put it on there. So there are no excuses. There's explanations. I feel.
Tony's usually always like, put it up.
What's that?
You're always like, put it up. I don't
Yeah,
care.
she tries to
Put
clean
it
things up.
Well, no, because some things I'm like, you sure you want that up?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, put that up. I was like, okay. Let's see. What size are the rear tires?
Do you remember with the Cobra thing?
Mm.
That was funny.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't funny.
So
Okay.
Kiwi got a little crossed up in the Cobra, right? So what we did was we were playing around. She cut the video. She left that whole last scene out, and then I says, no, put the last scene in, and she put it in, and he got sideways a little bit, and then let off it. So, but she cut that part off. So I went back and I re-edited it,
Put it back.
and I put it back to where the car just starts to just go a little sideways, and it cuts up blank like that. and then we filmed the last part of it as like a goof, right? You see all of these references I'm making, and then all of a sudden there's this firestorm of Kiwi crashed the car. He totaled the car. So, you guys don't understand. There's nothing that goes on the channel that we don't want you to see.
Yeah. Bottle lost its soul being auto.
Oh, look, I kind of agree with you. I am there. It was a real. I didn't want to do it, but honestly, I felt I had to, because listen, I tell you what, guys, I am not a drag racer. It's not what I do. I'm a YouTuber that does car stuff and does some drag racing stuff. But I'm not a drag racer. And the idea of having to like constantly service and constantly chase and then invest all kinds of money into something that I really don't want, it didn't make any sense to me. So at that point, I was like, no, we'll just put an automatic in this car. I'll get it dialed in, and then I'll send Ron out with it, or I'll send Kathy out with it, or Buffalo Cat. I don't give a shit.
I would
But
like
the idea
a
was,
roll cage, please.
what's that?
I'd like a roll cage.
You'd like a roll
please.
cage?
Thank
Okay.
you.
He doesn't want a roll cage. You
No.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, listen, I wouldn't take Z out without a roll cage, but I'd take Bottle Rocket.
Yeah?
You're fucking married. You wouldn't drive that thing without.
Especially not on the street, are you kidding?
No, I wouldn't go on the street. But yeah, like I said, the idea is with an automatic, there's no breakage. I can put anybody in the car, and I can go on and do other stuff and make other types of content. You gotta remember something. When we do these videos, drag racing related videos get like no views. Nobody really cares. People who follow the projects, they care, but in the grand scheme of things, the drag racing stuff doesn't get views. Stuff that gets views is history pieces, generic, like some of our biggest videos was painting an engine block, right? I mean, people love that. We did the oven cleaner shootout, like, I don't know, I guess it was maybe a month ago or so, and it's got like 125,000 views. That's the stuff that people want to see, not the drag racing stuff. So I have to focus on making the content that people want to see, and then eliminate as much burden as I can with making cars that are very simple to use and just turnkey and go.
So, let's see. What's happening with the Miata?
The Miata's been gone for, well, a year now. We probably parted that
Yeah.
car out.
It's gone. Let's see. Hi, Randy Bowers. He says hi, guys.
What's going on, Randy?
Hello, Chris Greenaway.
Chris?
Let's see. Is that a fat cat in the background? What kind of bike is that?
Oh, don't really know. It looks like a Massimo. It had a Chinese Honda clone engine on it. Who can tell? You know.
Well, that's a 186. It's the same I got on both of my bikes.
Yeah, but it's, a 196 is a copy of
Yeah.
a Honda. Yeah. But this one's a little more Chinese than some you see. I'm saying that because of like how poorly translated like the safety labels are and things. Okay, but the frame.
Keep tongue out of piston. Yeah.
Check. When refill fuel. Something, no leaks.
Is it getting a Predator? That's the big question.
I don't know. I was gung ho earlier, and you were like, "Well, let's see what we can do with this." It's like you talked me into it, you talked me out of it. It's not getting a Predator today.
I go all over the
Yeah.
map.
Yeah.
Junkyard D wants to know, is the spray on the button or throttle position?
Throttle position.
UT, what do you hate about Andy the most?
His style, his sense of style.
Sense of
Yeah.
style.
I really can't take it. I don't think he has any real sense of style.
Uh,
Well, you ask, I tell.
did you check the tire pressure on Bottle Rocket yet?
No. that's-
Probably 3 or
What
4
you're gonna do
times.
right now?
Well, actually, if that's something you can do if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who smells better, Andy or Tony?
40 in
Tony
the
just
front,
took a shower. He smells good.
22.
22 in the rears. And
Has this been calibrated? Is this?
I have a good one in the, well, the fronts don't really matter as long as it's be in the ballpark of 40, right?
Yeah.
But the rears,
accurate.
anything over 20 is going to be fine. I have a good.
Why he's laughing.
Okay.
Let's see. Who's going to win? We are.
We are, of course.
That's a $1 million question.
Andy has a $5,000
It's $5,000 question.
pair of headers.
Right, exactly. Andy has a $5,000 pair of headers. He has more in his headers than we have in the whole
So I
car.
mean, if we just keep up, I think we're doing pretty good. But the naysayers won't say that. It's okay. We don't care what they say. What's up, Chris Parker? He says good luck today.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is Bottle Rocket the quickest car in the UTG fleet?
Currently, yeah. So as far as quickness goes, I draw the line at safety equipment because I did that. and I don't ever, ever, ever want to do that again. If it entails any sort of SFI certification, any sort of I'm out. I'm out. Let other people do that. Go as fast as you want. We draw the line at safety equipment. If it requires safety equipment, we stop, and then let Cletus go as fast as he wants.
Let's see. Is Bottle Rocket faster than Slaghammer?
Yes.
What's the plans after the Charger?
The 73 Roadrunner.
Let's see. Go one yellow, Stoic Steel says.
So the only one that's reading the way you want it to is the right rear.
Okay,
Left rear showing low, both fronts are showing low.
that's fine. There's,
Just,
the
just
compressor's
pump 'em
over.
up.
Yeah, just pump up.
Thanks, Ron. You're the best.
All right. Well, as long as there's no reason to be concerned, that's the only thing that was on my mind.
If you want the good gauge is in the lock. You know the.
You know what? I'm gonna get hit with something, though, aren't I?
I don't know how windy it is still.
Okay. The way the wind is today could be a serious advantage against a big old truck. Possibly.
Possible.
It's very windy today. Like crazy windy.
The gust we had a good 40-mile-an-hour gust just come through right
Yeah.
before we went live over here. That's
Almost
why we're
knocked
inside.
me
We were gonna do it
over.
outside, but it's like crazy.
Impossible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to see the
Couldn't be
screen.
done.
My hair would be in my face. Let's see. Will you post results as soon as they happen?
It'll be up tomorrow. The whole video, everything will be up tomorrow.
Yeah, but when will Andy post results? You know,
Whenever
like,
Andy is gonna post them.
are we gonna coordinate that we post at the same time, or is one of us gonna post before the other? Like,
If-
how are we gonna work that?
If there was any way that I could care less about it,
Okay.
science has not determined it.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned with is getting the car from A to B. That's it.
Right. Yes.
That's it.
Is
A
it
to
going
B.
to be videotaped? No, no video at all.
No, but we're gonna have an artist's rendering
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
it.
draw it when I get home.
We've actually hired a French artist who's gonna do it in watercolor. And I'm looking forward to it, honestly. So we should have the results in about 8 months. You know, visual results.
The reluctant gearhead says hold hands and post at the same time. Funny. Uncle Tony, did you fix the shifter issue?
Yes.
Let's see. Um, the pollen days, yes, there's pollen days. Don't smoke, you can smoke. I'm not gonna tell you not to smoke. Like a courtroom artist, yeah, that's right, Zero. That's what we're
Exactly,
gonna
but
do.
in watercolor, so it's more romantic. That's the problem. All of this car stuff is so harsh. You know,
Right.
I want
We
something.
need the romance.
I want something that's flowing, a little romantic. You know what I mean? I want people to be able to study the illustrations of the race while they eat a nice bowl of linguine, but carbonara.
Let's see. Why do you look so nervous? Do you look nervous?
Because I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Oh my god. What are you doing? Racing? I don't want you drag racing. It's dangerous. Isn't that what I'm supposed to say?
Something like that.
Right. Does Bottle Rocket weigh less than Slaghammer?
Yeah, about 300 pounds less.
Hi from France.
Oh, see?
Bill
We-
Dela says, hi from France.
We talk about French and watercolor artists, and there we go.
So the watercolor will be done about the same time Tony reacts to the green light. Thank you, Bumper.
Pretty much so, yeah. No, I'm telling you, I could never cut a light. I could never cut a light.
Are you sandbagging?
No, it's the truth. I'm
Okay.
being honest. I'm telling you,
All
guys.
right.
I've
That's
never.
fine. Yeah, it's good. That's
I don't have the wiring. I don't
Okay,
have.
well,
Some
I'm
people
ready
have.
to lose. Are you ready to lose too? Or
Sir?
enemy Andy?
Who's saying what?
I said I'm ready to lose. Are you ready to lose to our enemy Andy?
No, never. I'll never give in. If I have to pull the car across the street.
Let's see. Mitten Made Muscle says leave on the last yellow, especially if you have a slow reaction time.
It's not so much. Well, it's a combination of where you leave on the bulb, but it's also where you put the car into the stage beam. I have an idea what I need to do with that, but the question is, and I should have took note of this last week. I don't know if this track uses LED bulbs or iridescent bulbs, incandescent bulbs, because it's two different things. An LED bulb doesn't give you that same.
Get better at cutting lights, UT.
It's not. If you go back to like the 1980s, I used to hang out with. I don't know if you ever heard of Sam Biondo. Sam Biondo was the guy. Sam Biondo and Butchie DiLorenzo were the guys who came up with the practice tree. We played with the very first practice tree. So this is back around 1985, 1986. I was doing Cars Illustrated magazine. Trust me when I tell you, I practice tree over and over again for months, and I could never do anything consistent. I'm just all over the map.
But on the street, you were fine.
On the street, I was fine.
Yeah.
Street racing was fine, because you're leaving differently, and okay, so different areas, different regions have different methods of starting the cars, right? So, like for instance, the one that everybody knows from today is the flashlight, where the starter will take a couple of steps back and go like this with the flashlight. Then you've got just straight arm drop, which is like the popular thing here in like the Midwest, the South and the Midwest. So in New York, it was a 3 count. So the starter would go 1, 2, and then drop his hands. And I trained myself to leave on, between the second and third count. Same exact thing as leaving off the last yellow. So I did good like that. And on the street, there's no way to tell the red light. So you could fudge it. You know what I'm saying? You can fudge it. And back then there was no like instant replays or, people filming with the
Cameras.
phone. Oh, he
Nobody
jumped.
had cameras.
And the rules that we went off of in New York was 3 count and a chase is a race. So that's it. You just go. And I never had a problem there. But as far as getting consistent lights on a drag strip, could never do it. It's just my wiring between my eyes and I jump.
Pitsky
I jump.
P sent you 11 Canadian dollars.
Thank you.
Ron is back.
Maple Leafs.
Hi, Ron.
All good?
Yeah,
Nice.
everybody's in their happy place now. So we'll
Pitsky
just
says,
recharge the tank before we go.
Pitsky says, hi from Calgary, Canada.
Hey.
Hey.
Will there be another 5.0 Fox Body Mustang Revolution episode? I loved it. I ran 5 liters in the late 80s and still drive one today.
Nice. I'm often tempted. There's a couple of 5 liters that belong to friends of mine, and I'm often tempted, but I don't know yet. I don't know.
Maybe it would be nice to do something different.
It would be nice to do something
Yeah.
different.
Saw a Lincoln Mark 9, whatever, the coupe, and 80s model. There was Barn Finds had one.
The Mark 7.
Mark 7,
Yeah.
sorry. The
Yellow
86 or so?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2-door, BBS mesh wheels, and like the fog lights, and white leather interior in a black car.
I did a drag test on one of those.
It was, I mean, they've grown on me through the years. I used to think they were horrible, but looking at that one and the pictures and everything, I was like, that's kind
Kinda
of
good
cool.
looking car.
That's kind of cool.
Where was that?
Especially once they got away from the fake spare tire hump in the trunk. That was not their best time.
Okay, FX2 Mark 8 says, do a burnout at the line. I'm sorry, do a burn down at the line. Get in his head. You're gonna get in his head? Tony has a plan. Tony knows he's
I have a strategy. I
He
have a
has
strategy.
So I was thinking though, like I might go to like the Dollar Tree or somewhere and get a kazoo and start playing the Ghostbusters theme.
You could do that. Let's see. Tony, why don't you want to pull the glass out of Bottle Rocket?
Pull the glass out of it?
Yeah, and put plexi.
Because it's got to live outside. Well, it doesn't have,
It doesn't have
currently
to,
it lives
no.
inside, but I don't want to have a car that I can't just like leave out someplace. You know what I mean? And not worry about it.
Are we getting kicked out? Are we
Yes,
getting
we're gonna get
of the
kicked out,
shop?
yes.
We're gonna lose the shop?
We're going to lose the shop. Oh, my
no.
God.
That'll get you some views. Get
Yeah.
down here and tell a sob story.
But that's besides the point. Let me add to that, right? The weight of the glass that's in Bottle Rocket is in an advantageous place because it's high above the center of gravity. So as the car accelerates, that weight is actually trying to transfer back over the back tires. That's the type of suspension that the car has. When you've got like a low rider type of car with a low center of gravity that launches extremely hard, you don't want that weight up there. But for a Bottle Rocket, which is really a stock eliminator car, what Bottle Rocket is a stock eliminator car with nitrous. That's all it is. And that type of car wants the weight up high so it transfers more effectively.
Are your bottles full?
Yes. All the bottles are full, except for that one.
Okay. They can't see that one.
No.
It's a big bottle of it.
Yeah, it's a 15-pounder.
Gigantic bottle. Do you have a heater for your nitrous?
I have a torch.
Let's see. Hang on. What is Bottle Rocket's compression?
About 9.5 to 1. Spitballing it.
This is very low.
Yes. Or it's a
I know.
yeah.
I'm aware. Well, nitrous with
Nitrous
compression. I
changes
get it.
everything.
Yes,
Yes.
I understand. Let's see. Don't forget to open the bottle in the staging lanes. Can you remind him, Ron?
Yeah. I don't
You
think
should-
there's.
you-
I don't
could you
think
write
there's.
it on your forehead, maybe? And Tony will look at you.
Check the bottle.
Check the bottle.
There's not much that I can tell Tony.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh boy. Oh, if you got up there and didn't have it turned on.
Could you imagine?
That'd be
Oh.
funny.
Oh boy. I think we'd have.
Let's melt the pistons, Brett McIntyre says.
If it's in one piece, if it hasn't melted a piston or broken a piston or anything like that, it'll be a miracle.
And purge it after the burnout. You got that? Are you paying attention? Did you wax Bottle Rocket top and bottom to make her more slippery?
You know, the truth of it is, we should go out there and dimple it up like a golf ball if we're
Oh,
thinking
yes.
aerodynamics.
I was hoping a hailstorm last night would have
I
done. I was going
know.
to leave it outside for the
Yeah.
hailstorm to do that.
Nitrous is fine with high compression.
Yes, it is.
Let's see, don't forget to live your life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters.
Why? It's not Uncle Dom's garage.
Tony is my idol anyway. Who cares? Okay.
This is what I think.
Who cares?
Tuning in late. Yeah, there's really nothing going on. We're going to the track. That's it. Did you take your ADD meds now?
I just had coffee.
He doesn't take ADD meds.
I don't think I don't. Yeah, I should. I could probably cut a light if I did.
Imagine you would probably be a machine if you took ADD meds. Let's see. Build tires with helium, less weight than air. Is it a wet kit or a dry kit?
Wet.
Let's see.
You can't go very high with a dry kit, can you? I mean, it's pretty unsafe.
Yeah, you can't. You can't spray more
about
than
a
just.
50 shot or
50,
something,
75
unless you
like
just
that.
want to blow it
That
up.
wind is crazy.
You know.
Are we gonna be okay at the track?
I hope so.
It's gonna be hard for me to shoot with my hair in my face.
We'll get you a rubber band.
Yeah. Or shave.
Shave my head.
Wait, I'm sure somewhere there's an official UTG hat. that you
Oh,
could
they're
put
at the
on.
house. They're at
Oh.
the house.
There's one right there.
Is it? All right, I'll take your dirty hat. Blow his doors off. Raymond Castillo says. Ramon or Raymond? Let's see. They're talking to each other. Pudding if you win, Jello if you lose. Billy Bob Hope.
I missed that reference.
Compound works. Can we get Tony commentary during the race? I bet it will be awesome. I mean, we're not going to be live. There's no.
Yeah, there's no reception at the track,
Yeah.
which is
no
why we're doing a
internet.
live now.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be good for your odds of winning if one of us was sitting next
Right.
to you holding the
Yeah.
iPad.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Not a good idea. I'll stay away from you with the camera, as usual.
Long shots.
Put a microphone in his helmet. Mm.
That'd probably be pretty interesting.
No,
You're just not going to say anything the whole time anyway, are you?
I can absolutely guarantee it would be the most boring dialogue you've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Be like crickets and then, all right, here we go.
Put a GoPro in the car. I'm gonna try, but I lost my.
Yeah, she has a
I
GoPro.
lost my arm attachment for the windshield.
I'll just use a selfie stick.
It's disappeared. Yeah, use a selfie stick. You only need one hand to drive, right?
Well, you know, we'll lay it on the dash and the stick on the seat and we'll just tape it in place.
Could do that.
Yeah.
Israel Gonzalez says, "Hey Tony, I love your channel.
Thank you.
This is true Americana. Thank you." Let's see.
What's
When is-
left of it
Oh, yeah, please. When's the race? It's tonight.
tonight?
Yeah, we just Andy's on his way to the track, and we're just hanging out until we gotta leave. Time's a wasting. Are we racing or what?
Hurry
Yeah,
up and
Danny
wait.
boy.
Hurry up and wait.
The track doesn't open till what?
The gates open at 4, but
Yeah.
nothing goes live till 6.
Right. Let's see. Duct tape the GoPro to the roof of the car. Want it on the roof? No. You want it inside the car, right? I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and use that crappy one that I have because I lost my good one. It's not here. See, I'm looking for it as we're talking. Uncle Tony's graffiti. Can you spray nitrous and water, or will that kill it?
The water injection? I don't think so. It never even occurred to me to try that.
The clubhouse wants to know, Uncle Tony, who gets lane choice?
I think we're gonna flip for it,
Is that-
but I don't think honestly, I don't think it matters. I want to be the first pair of cars down the track, so it won't be a matter of like
Do you wanna
which
use
lane
a
is better or
cold
anything
track?
like that. What's that?
You want to use a cold track?
The colder the better.
Do you have a plan?
Yes, I have a plan.
Tony has a plan.
Yes. The colder the better.
You got that that money, Tony? You got the cash?
We got the cash.
Okay.
Venmo.
Venmo, is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
What heads are you running?
What's that?
What heads are you running?
273s.
Tony, you have to win, or DD Speed Shop won't let you live it down. What are they gonna do to you?
I don't know, say Canadian things to me. They'll call
Come
me
and steal your watch again.
a flurg or something.
Can confirm.
Tony is gonna tell Andy, dude, I almost had you.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see. You never know.
You never know, exactly.
Some
My-
people
well,
think they know.
I'm gonna
And some
shoot.
people are hoping.
I'm gonna shoot to be the
Both
first.
ways.
I'm gonna shoot to be the first pair of cars down the track.
Alan TT from Ireland, not going to be streaming. It's going to have to go online tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep, no internet in the hills. The hills of Tennessee.
The hinterland.
The hinterland. Let me tell you something. It's a ride to get there. At one point, I have to say, I can't look out the window
Yeah.
because of the drops and I start leaning towards the middle of the truck because I'm like petrified. So this isn't like a track that like, oh yeah, let's just go to the track. No, this is like in the mountains
But I do love this place.
with no guardrails.
A pre-race chili cheese dog does sound incredible, but is there a place we can get one?
I don't eat before I
Yeah,
do stuff.
yeah. You just like to be like more wiry, jittery.
Well, no. See, I only have two modes.
Yeah.
Right. So if you've ever seen me work, right? You guys have
Yeah, yeah.
occasionally seen me work, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm all asses and elbows. I can't stop. I lurch around. So that's my natural state, right? And that's why I have a problem with the tree, because I red, right? So
You
then,
can't wait for that green light.
so if I keep myself hungry, I'm like that. If I eat, then I go into like hibernation mode.
Oh.
And he
it's
wants
just-
to sleep.
And then it's just like
Joe Jackson says Tony Tourette's.
close.
Close. Are you racing uphill or down? I think
Uphill.
you're trying to find out which track you're gonna be at. Now you just said it.
That's all right.
Racing uphill. Be safe. Leave early. Good luck. Hope you win. I mean, hopefully the truck and trailer get us there. What do you think?
I don't see any
I
reason
think
why.
we should leave early. But Ron is following us, so in case we have a problem, we have Super Ron.
I'm in the modern.
I mean, we
car.
could drive Bottle Rocket.
You
You know what I mean?
could. Worst comes to worst. Let's see.
That'd be a long ride.
Would be a long ride, but we could drive it if we had to.
Do you get the butterflies?
No,
No. Let's see.
I get bats.
Tony's got the bats.
I've got the bats. These are slow cars. I mean, it's not
Right,
like
yeah. We still want to beat them.
yeah.
That wind sounds like it's kicking. It's crazy out there. Is that
Yeah.
going to help us or hurt us?
That's hard to say.
That's hard to say, but probably help us.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which way the wind's blowing.
All right. Yeah. Wind's crazy right now. No butterflies? How do you moderate your intake?
Har har.
Very funny. Drive and race would be the real deal. Do you want to drive? You gonna drive there? You gonna drive the car?
No,
Can you imagine the amount of gas he would spend getting Casper there?
it could be
Yeah.
it could literally be a 25-second eighth mile car,
And you won't drive
and
it?
I will put it on a trailer because I do not want to deal with my days of roadside adventures are way behind me,
Oh,
way behind me.
we have them all the time. What are you talking about?
Those are the ones that like pop up, but the ones that are like, you know what I mean? It's like no.
No. Sierra says I have bats tattooed on my arm. I feel good about tonight now.
There you go.
He's taking that as a sign. I don't want to lose for nothing, so 5K, woo! I miss the 70s. I remember sitting in the back seat of my dad's 70 Chevelle and racing for paints was a real thing. Let's see. How do you feel about centipedes, Zero?
How do I feel about what?
Yes, talking to
Somebody's
Zero.
talking to Zero.
Oh.
Let's see, stuck on the side of the road sucks. Yes, it does. So, when do you plan on leaving? What do we have to do now? We've got to do some stuff.
Literally, just roll the car in the trailer and tie it down.
That's it?
That's it.
Do we have a list of everything that's going to come with us? Because I
It's
feel like
already
we're
in.
always forgetting something.
It's already everything. Everything that's got to come with us
You
is
have the
already
fire
in there.
extinguisher? You don't, do you?
There's one right there, but what do we need a fire extinguisher
I
for?
don't know.
If it catches fire, just let it burn.
You leave it.
They probably got him at the track.
No, I'm serious. That's my attitude towards it. If it catches fire, shit, just let it burn.
Is there gas in the car?
Yes. and extra gas.
What's Zero? Zero just says Kathy, and he made like this face, like he's thinking. What is it, Zero? Did I say something? Probably. Oh, the fire extinguisher. I guess that's why he said that. Well, yeah, you're supposed to bring one in the truck. It's normal.
I gotta let it burn.
No, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean I think it's gonna catch fire. It just means like there's one sitting right next to me. So I was like, is it in the truck? No, it's on the table. Bottle rocket is too nice to let her burn.
There's not much flammable in the car, like the front seat. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
the front seat and the door panels. There's really nothing else to burn.
Yeah, like once the engine goes up, it's just gonna peter back out.
Right.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean that the car was gonna catch fire. It's just like I'm going through the mental list of what
I
we
got
need to take. You can't say anything in this world.
You can't say anything.
You really can't.
People take everything
Right,
like
everything is
literally.
like judged and disseminated and
What time is it?
misinterpreted.
It's 2 something.
Stop at the
2:06.
church and pick up
Oh,
some
we got-
holy water. I have it at the house. We should have brought it to throw on Casper.
No, you.
I have it at the
You
house.
think Casper's like demonically possessed?
Well, it's a ghost.
Okay, okay.
It would have been a funny bit though if you could have just put some tossed some water on there
Do
and
you want me to
somehow
run to the
made
house
it
and get it?
evaporate off.
No, no, no.
Steam
Ralph,
off.
I think, is gonna.
So I don't want Ralph to do a damn thing. Ralph is doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to get my holy water.
We may have to stop here to get your holy water because I think Ralph's gonna do his thing too.
What? He's going to do what?
Just go, just go. What? Pay attention to the comments.
Tony?
Good.
I'm
Good
not
Ralph.
playing.
Was she mad?
Relax, relax.
Is
No, I
Ralph
can't
not your
relax
friend?
Now. I can't relax now. I'm going to get my holy water. Ron, you take over.
No, 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 no. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Just
No, Ron can take over.
no. Just stay put and do your
I'm
job.
going to get my holy water.
Don't get any holy water. You don't need holy water.
Scatter shield protection of any sort in bottle rocket.
It's an automatic.
Come on, you can sit there for a little bit and read.
It's also not turning 9,000 RPMs. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a blanket, I guess.
My
But
buddy's asleep.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
don't go anywhere.
Desert Diagnostics says oil the lentil.
We always keep the lentils extremely well oiled.
Extra battery and starter and tools. Lots of tools.
Kathy, hang on a second.
Okay.
Get back over here. Get back over here.
Is Kathy thinking about hurting somebody?
She's literally just done saying how people take things literally and everything else, and how she's.
Wearing my UTG pullover in support.
Nice, nice.
Is it fun reading along?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like it?
Are you sure you have filled the tank with gas and not diesel? That'd be a pretty hard mistake to make, I'm just gonna say. And now you're known as Elvis now. They said Elvis has left the building.
I'm here.
She's still around. Alan TT says he would send you some holy water from Ireland, aka the finest Bushmills whiskey. That'd be much appreciated. There, Alan TT. Billy Bob says just make sure to bring marshmallows and sticks in case the fire is enough to cook s'mores. Phil Della, no E85 in that car.
She's better at this.
Slicks on and lugs, double check, Tony.
He's
Say that again?
Are the slicks on and the lugs double checked?
Yes, they're drag radials, by the way.
Wayne says, I think Kathy is ready to blast someone if need be. That's the feeling that
Blast
I got
anybody?
as well. That's the feeling that I got as well. How slow are you? Not a lot of previous runs to compare with, are there, would you say?
I have a handle. I have an idea what it's going to do.
You have an idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, the spirit of the spirit of this race was we were going to each build our cars and then run them against each other for the very first time, one run off the trailer. So we strayed from that. Casper has been to the track once, Bottle Rocket has been to the track once, but then that's it. Like I said, the spirit of the challenge is for us to just put our cars together, show up, and just run. That was the bet. So we've strayed a little bit from that. We've each been to the track once, but fair is fair.
Yeah, Creeper asks if there is any news on Mission Impossible from you. Have you talked to those guys?
Andy and I had a discussion about that day before yesterday. And as soon as this is over, we're going to get back together again and have another discussion about that. Because things evolved or went off in a direction that neither Andy nor I had expected it to, and we need to regroup everything on that.
Let's see. At Zero says Bush Mills is the best. So Alan TT is going to have a lot of fans. New Guys Garage says, "Oh, this is an April Fool's Live, isn't it?"
No.
We're not fooling. Not really.
No, we did our April Fool's video yesterday. We got that out of the way yesterday.
Yeah. We need to see the Beagles.
They're at the house.
Is the technique, Brett McIntyre's asking, is the technique to drop slip your foot off the brake? Not sure what he means by that.
I have no idea.
Why are you looking at me? Like I know.
Drop, slip, foot.
Is the drag chute packed?
Yes. Yes, the bat chute. We decided to use a bat chute instead.
Let's see. Good luck, Uncle Tony, from the Poor Boys. They said all the excitement has given me the farts.
Nice. That's important. That's a good threshold to reach.
Yeah, Zappa3 says, Uncle Kathy, don't forget to bless the car with that water. Uncle Kathy, they're asking
windy
if you can put the video up tonight.
I don't know if you guys can hear the wind.
I feel like that's a pretty big ask.
It is a little bit of a big ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, because by the time we run, we get back to the track. We're all gonna go out to eat and stuff, and Andy and his kid are gonna stay here overnight. So we're not gonna be able to get to the computer to post anything until tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna be a little tired, I think.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's not gonna be that long of a day.
You don't think so? So then they're gonna be like, put the video up.
What I
You
mean is,
understand that, right?
what I mean to
They're
say,
very demanding.
what I mean to say is that we should be finished doing what we're doing by about 7 o'clock.
Oh, then I have plenty of time to get the video up.
No,
No.
because we're gonna go eat, and then they're gonna come back here, and Ashley's gonna be yapping and stuff like that. Andy and I may do a live tonight.
Hey, that's a pretty
But
good
we
one.
just won't give away
Give away what?
what happened.
You can't do that because there's gonna be people at the track who are gonna give it away.
She's got a point, and then it'd be,
Yeah, there's
what's the
gonna be
point in the
people-
live if you're
That's
not going
true.
to discuss
That's
the
true.
race?
That's true.
Strangers are gonna have that video up before any of us do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we could talk about Mission Impossible.
That would be good. That would be good.
I probably should put the video up tonight.
Well,
Well, let's see what happens.
yeah. Phil Della wants to know if you have any interest in building 180-degree headers.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Gonna jinx it using holy water as a gimmick. I don't.
As a gimmick? No.
No.
Who's using it as a gimmick?
Yeah, see, that was my thought too.
Who said it was a gimmick?
Don't look at me.
I
No,
know.
nobody said it was a gimmick.
I
Maybe
have
it
it for
just
a
maybe they
reason.
just thought it was a gimmick. Let's see. Upload on the restaurant's Wi-Fi. What restaurant? Is there a restaurant there? I mean,
Oh.
I'd be surprised if there was a gas station close by the way you guys talk.
Yeah, there's like a hut.
A hut?
Yeah.
There's a hut? Is there a person who slings random pieces of meat at
Something
this
like
hut?
that, exactly.
Let's see. Have a great race. The wind is gonna blow your rooftop off. Yes, it feels like it might blow.
We
your
get
roof off.
occasional. The gusts are a little insane, to tell you the truth.
Does Vegas have odds on this race? I wish it did. I wish it did. I would put some money down. If they both break, will it be a foot race? I'm gonna say it's unfair to even think that Andy's might break, right?
Why is that unfair?
I mean,
Bottle Rocket's cursed. That car's had everything break you could possibly break on it. So
that's what yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is you've talked about how you built Bottle Rocket, and
Yeah.
it's set on kamikaze.
you said it's kamikaze.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't get the impression that Casper is on kamikaze.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? Load the truck with what? Oh. You don't want to take. You don't want to come back to the. But they like you.
This is true.
I have things that I need to think about, so this is like
Go ahead. Go think.
tiring.
We're gonna wrap this up soon anyway.
Race gas in the tank if you're gonna spray, says Will's Garage. Not really necessary, is it?
Well, it's
Roadkill Cafe. Mopar versus Ford. Chevys ain't invited. Let's see. Reluctant Gearhead asks, "Did you ever see the super stock trucks from the late '90s? I remember a Dakota with a 700 horsepower, 318, turning 10,000 RPM. I remember the super stock truck racing series. I thought it was pretty good. It didn't last though, unfortunately." Thumper, the sweaty fat guy, asks, "Will the track have a headwind, tailwind, or crosswind?"
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. Dean Stevenson, the restaurant at the end of the universe, maybe. Do you cook as good as you restore Mopars? Asks Phil Della.
I don't restore. I'm not a restoration guy.
I was gonna say.
I hammer stuff together to have fun with it. I'm
Nah.
definitely not a restoration guy.
Thumper says, "We love Kathy." Everybody say it together.
I think she's out there.
Yeah. Thought maybe she was in the office area. Good luck, Tony, and have fun.
Thank you.
Best wishes. What's your thought on the Demon 170? Says Casey Freeman.
I don't. I mean, I've seen it. I'm just not interested in that sort of thing.
Iceman says, "Hope you're victorious, Uncle Tony."
Thank you.
At Zero says, "Alan TT, bless all of your efforts to get us some of that delicious fire water from Ireland." Jerry Ransdell, will this crazy wind be at your back? We do not know.
I do not know.
Peter Kovac says, "Bottle Rocket is pre-broke. She's good to go."
Pre-broke.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, right? Brett McIntyre, "If you don't have fun, you're doing it wrong." Damn right. Let's see. Good luck, Tony. Tree him and spray the hell out of it. Well, Will's Garage, there was some discussion of that earlier. Tony, how do you feel about the tree?
I'm terrible. I'm very, very bad on the tree.
Keep saying it so that keep ingraining.
Ingrain it.
Yeah.
A Thumper, the sweaty fat guy, said, "We love you, Uncle Kathy." He also says, "Will the loser have to wear fishnets on a live stream?"
Absolutely not.
Patrick Ramberg, "Are you saying you're from Sweden?" Hello, either way.
Ja.
Hook and Line Fishing says hello. Loser has to LS swap their vehicle from Dan E. Boyd.
That could be interesting.
That could be, yeah. Make him pay you in silver, says Brett McIntyre.
Now you're thinking.
Let's see. We need more comments, guys. Say something. Anything.
Well, I think we're going to be wrapping it up soon because I want to get the car up on the trailer and get it all tied down.
Brian Jeff says, Tony, what is your cheat for the race? There's not going to be any cheating.
No.
Tony has a strategy.
I have a strategy.
Haster666 says, what do you think of Iski cams?
They're good.
Okay. Joe Jackson said something, anything. Thank you, Joe Jackson. Thumper said something. Thank you. Let's see. Piggy's Shade Tree Mechanics. You ever see a 69 Dart with a slant 6 on the track?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's also one right here. Okay, well, they're talking now. Good. Good luck today. Just take off on the first
yellow.
if your reaction time sucks that bad.
I was thinking about leaving on the stage bump.
We should just ditch the tree, right?
The chase is a race.
And well, no, we'll do the flashlight, right? We'll do the flashlight like those guys do, right? That'd be fun. Chris Breckenfelder says, what is the pressures you're running and have you ran it spraying yet that way? I'm
Yes.
guessing cylinder pressures.
Yes.
And yes, it's been run. Benjamin C. has said, Tony's plan is to use his supermind to shut down Andy's liver at the line.
Why do you people give away my secrets?
Chongo68 says Godspeed, Tony.
Thank you.
Let's see. Wow, Spider-Man has a unfair prediction, I must say. He says 695 at 102 for Casper, with Bottle Rocket coming in way behind at 860 at 76 with catastrophic failure.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Let's roll the dice.
I don't think that's fair, but I mean, it could happen, I guess. Colton says, what kind of beer do Mopar guys drink?
I don't.
Yeah. Dean Stevenson says, Bud Light. You're fired, Dean Stevenson. That's not beer. Let's see. Chris Breckenfelder says, no, I meant rear tire pressures. That's actually a pretty good question.
Oh, I've run it at 20 pounds in they're radials. So I've run them at 20 pounds and the car works really well. The suspension works really good. So we're going with 20 pounds.
Wayne says, use a train horn as a distraction. I love that. I love that.
We'll have to hook one up in Casper so he doesn't notice.
And then trigger it from your car.
Right.
Desert Diagnostics, coming in from left field, would like to see Tony fabricable a Crossflow V8 head on a Chevy OMC Merc 4-cylinder boat motor. Those certainly are all words. I don't know what they mean.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that the other day and I had lunch instead.
Yeah. Good luck, Tony. Can't wait to see the video, says Mike Rundell. Let's see. Race backwards, says SW Resto. Raymond Castillas says, celebrate win or lose with some mozzarella sticks.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah. Nerve Lindsay says, don't leave the toolbox inside the rocket. It matters. Hook and Line Fishing says, why jets are on the plate in Bottle Rocket.
Enough.
Let's see. Peter Kovac, yeah, we Bottle Rocket's pre-broke, and we love that you said that. Kim Passable says, Tony, I think I fixed the CDI on the murder cycle.
Nice.
Mr. Pinland asking, what stall speed does Bottle Rocket have?
4,500.
And for more information on that, check out the torque converter video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. What's your time?
Build a 505 stroker for that car, then add a big shot of juice.
No, it'll always be a 318.
That's not in the spirit of the channel.
It'll always be based on a 318.
Peter Kovac says, zip tie a harmonica to Casper's grill, and he will be like, what's that noise? Yes, that's really good, actually.
All right, 5 more minutes and we got to go.
5 minutes.
Yes.
If you've got something to ask or something to say, make it meaningful or don't type it. Dan E. Boyd says, are you ruling out a stroked 318?
Okay. So, I think of it this way, right? The rules say if you go quicker than, I don't want to put a roll bar or a roll cage in the car. I just don't want to. So, I don't want the car to run any faster than consistently. Now, I'm not talking about the occasional pass, but I don't want the car to run any faster than, let's say, a 10.0, or I'd rather run 11.0. 1099 like that. I draw the line with these various cars at where you've got to put safety equipment in. I want them to be just, I have my regular street clothes and I get in the car and regular belts that don't need SFI certs and like, because I did that. My last year screwing around with like real race cars, 1998. It cost us $6,500 for SFI certifications. And when I quit that, I said, I will never, if I live to be 1,000 years old, if I become a trillionaire, I will never again subject myself to all of the nonsense that goes along with that sort of thing. Certification this and up to, no, don't want to deal with it. So all of our projects are basically limited at that factor. We don't want to go any faster than what you would need to do, where you would have to put a roll cage in a car. Roll bar is okay. I don't want anything that's caged. I don't want anything where I got to wear a fire this or ain't gonna happen. Ain't never gonna happen.
So I want to give a quick shout out to MLG 1969. Gave you $50. Says
Well,
buy
thank you.
champagne for Victory Lane.
You are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, $50 will be good. Probably buy some dark beer, knowing Tony. But it's just as good as champagne.
Thank you.
Let's see, who's been talking since then? Fred Larson says put some air in Plan Z's front tires. Well,
Yeah, they both have slow leaks.
Yeah, when that needs to happen, that will happen.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tint the windows real dark, then they can't see if it has a cage. Well, Mark says I've got a low mileage motorhome engine and transmission complete if you want it for spare parts.
Are you really local?
Yeah, Mark, where you at?
Because like, if you're like within like 100 miles of Nashville, yeah, man, I would definitely take that. Thank you.
Iceman 2K10 says cheers. Dean Stevenson says 2950 versus 4,200 pounds. I don't know that that's right. I know you're at what? 2904.
2904 was the last
Four.
weigh-in on the car.
Yeah, you think Casper's at 4,200?
Well, I think he's exaggerating, but that's what Andy
He's
says.
probably around 4. It's a
Yeah.
full frame truck. Zappa 3 says just make us proud, Tony.
I'm gonna try, bro.
Yeah. Parker Russell says, this is Sparta. Okay. Techno City says, increase horsepower and gas mileage just by adding 1 cup of sugar after every fill up. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up.
How do we say goodbye to these fine people?
Just one more quick round. Anything up there?
Let's see. Coopertown, Tennessee, just west of Nashville is where Mark is. Mark, why don't you send an email?
Yeah, Uncle Tony's Garage at gmail.com.
Yep.
And just put in the subject line 440.
Yeah,
And, Kathy will go through
Here's
that.
one that I know you'll like to close us out. Nerve Lindsay says, consider driving in your Speedo for maximum weight reduction.
I have a story about that at some point. At some point.
Yeah, well, log in for the next live.
Yes.
And maybe Tony will tell you the story.
Well, I have told the story on Sunday Night Live.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel bad that I missed that.
I'll tell it again.
So I think Tony's ready to call it good.
Well, look, there's Uncle Kathy stepping up to the plate again.
I'm here. It's 2:30. What time do we have to leave?
Roll out of here at about 3.
Okay, so we need to load the car
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Uncle Tony. Good luck.
Thank you. All right, so that's it, guys. I gotta go put the car up on the trailer, tie it all down, and hit the road. So we should meet Andy at the track probably about 4:30. The gates don't open until 4.
Yeah, we'll probably be there right at 4:10.
Okay.
So,
You think
all right. So, guys, I don't know which one of our mods were on here. I
Zero
know
is
Zero
here.
is here.
Zero's here.
I think Fubar popped in. But anyway, Zero, Fubar, Ari, guys, thank you so much. Always our fantastic mods.
Everybody's saying good luck.
Thank you. Everybody contributed with Super Chat. Thank you so much. Always greatly appreciated. And everybody contributed just with your presence and your conversation. We equally appreciate you. We'll do our regular Sunday Night Live tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. The results of what happens today will be up tomorrow morning at some point, early tomorrow afternoon. And that's it, right?
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
We didn't do any mini bike frame welding today.
Well,
We were supposed to do that.
live is more important.
This is true.
Live is more important.
All right, guys. So that's it. I got to get to work. We'll see you tomorrow.